Well, hey y'all, welcome to a Tennessee Thirsty Thursday on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. I got a brew for you today that I picked up in Murfreesboro, and it's something I'd never seen before. It's by a Tennessee brewery that I'd never heard of. This is from the Soul and Spirits Brewery. Is basically all the information I have on it here. It says it's produced for queens and kings. It's brewed in Memphis, Tennessee, and it says for music, inspiration, and food pairings, visit soulandspiritbrew.com. And it's got a little scan code on the side of it, and I ain't going to show you that because YouTube acts like an asshole whenever I try to do stuff like that, so I'm not going to do that. But soulandspiritsbrew.com if you want to go check them out. It's a Hoochie Coochie India Pale Ale. It's an American IPA at a 7.1% ABV, and I just thought this was interesting. It's from Soul and Spirit. I've never heard of these guys. Out of Memphis, Tennessee. Hoochie Coochie IPA, brewed in Memphis. And it says produced for kings and queens, but that's all the information it has. It doesn't have any other kind of, I don't know who in the hell queens and kings are, or unless it's talking about me and the ladies. I guess. I don't know. But Hoochie Coochie, and it's got like a, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's like a crystal ball. It's got the hands around it like a crystal ball, and inside the crystal ball you can see like maybe a gypsy caravan or something like that. Hoochie Coochie, I guess. Anyway, I thought this was interesting. I'd never heard of these guys and I wanted to try them, so I'm tickled to death to be able to try them today on a Tennessee Thirsty Thursday. It's just a gorgeous day out here today, y'all. I've got a couple of days off, and I decided to come out here in my backyard and enjoy a few brews and make a couple videos. Let's see what we got here. Looks like it's going to be a little hazy. Pouring out of the glass, pouring out of the can there. Yeah, it is. It is a little bit hazy. Oh, it's got a nice hoppy aroma coming off of it. Oh man, yeah. Hazy pouring out of the can. Got coarse bubbles on the top, little fine bubbles around the side. Pretty hazy brew there. Look at that. I just love that, y'all. See that half and half? You got 4 fingers here, 4 fingers here. I think that's a beautiful thing in a beer. Now, a lot of people frown on me for pouring a head on a beer like this. Y'all, this doesn't waste beer. It doesn't waste the flavor of beer when you're pouring it out of a can. Now, if you're getting it on draft in a bar, you don't want this. I mean, you want to fill your glass with actual brew. But pouring it out of a can, this is all eventually going to, bleed back down in here. I'm not losing anything by pouring a head on it. Pouring a head on a beer actually releases the aroma. It releases gas, makes you not so burpy. After when you consume the brew. This one's actually got floaties in it, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. Turn it around. I don't know. Can y'all see those? It's got some floaties in there. Maybe y'all can see them. I can't tell. I can't see them on the damn camera if y'all can see them or not, but it's got some floaties off in it. Anyway, we'll give a can a good swish when we get down to it. But pouring a head on a brew is just the right thing to do. If you're pouring it out of a bottle or a can, especially if it's an IPA or an imported beer, I always pour it with a head on it. Domestic beer, whatever, it don't really matter one way or another with a domestic beer, other than releasing the gases and making it, where you don't burp so much. But when you're pouring an IPA or imported beer, pour it with a head on it, y'all. You don't lose any flavor, and it releases the aroma and just it intensifies the experience of the beer, in my opinion, y'all. That's why I pour head on beer. And you can see the head is just lingering in this thing. You know, a domestic beer, this would be gone already. But the head's just lingered. It's already lacing around the top of the glass there. You see that lacing? And just lingering in there, man, I love it. Got a nice hoppy aroma coming off of it. Now let's get a taste of that head and see what we have. Pretty hazy brew. I love it. Man, it's just a gorgeous day out here, y'all. Dadgum. It's partly cloudy, and there's just beautiful clouds right behind the camera here. I'm facing my neighbors, and the clouds are just, I got a big piece of open sky right here, and the clouds are just beautiful. And I'm sitting here in the shade under 4 little maple trees I got here, because it's hot and humid right now. Anyway, the flavor of this head has got a nice sharp bitterness in the finish, and I love the bitterness in beer. I'm gonna give this can a swish here. About down to the bottom of the can. Give it a good swish, but man, that head has a nice sharp bitterness in the finish. Nice hoppy presence. All right, let's see if it, I mean, it's already pretty dang hazy. I don't know if it can haze it up any more than that or not. Let's see. Yeah, it did a little bit. Made it a little more hazy. I just love it, y'all. Oh, it's a pretty brew. And y'all, if you don't pour head on a beer, you can't experience the flavor in the head. And the flavor in the head is always, 99% of the time, the flavor in the head is always different from the body of the beer. So that's why I pour a dadgum head on beer. And a lot of people frown on that and all that kind of stuff. I don't really give a shit. Y'all don't know what you're missing. Hoochie Coochie India Pale Ale. And the wind's blowing a little bit today. I'm going to set that bottle opener on there so it maybe won't blow my can off. You can see that Hoochie Coochie. So this American IPA by the Soul and Spirits Brewery out of Memphis, Tennessee, at a 7.1% ABV. This is for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for the hard work that you do to provide for yourselves and your families and pay your own way, just like I do. Our government ain't worth a crap, and everybody that's in there now needs to be voted out. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. They all need to go because they're not helping us. None of them are helping us, and we need help. So if they've been in office, vote them out. I love and appreciate y'all hard-working Americans. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Man, that's good. Dadgummit, that's delicious. All right, so the hops have just a tinge to me of a little bit of pine, but it's more of an earthy. I'm getting more of an earthy type flavor out of the hops than a pine. I mean, I got a little bit of pine, but it's more of an earthy type flavor, and it's just fucking fantastic. I mean, it's just freaking fantastic. It's fantastic, y'all. Very good flavor. It's smooth and easy to drink. Dadgummit spider, get off of me. Crap. At least it didn't float my beer. I'm gonna score this one an A, y'all. For a brewery I'd never heard of. You know, it's the first time I've ever seen them. But this is very good. This is a very good IPA, American IPA. And y'all, I don't particularly know the difference between a West Coast IPA, an American IPA, a blah 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 IPA. I just like IPAs. All right, I just like them. And the thing that one of the things I like most about IPAs is the hoppiness you get out of it. I mean, I just really enjoy the freaking flavor of different kind of hops. So if you get a chance to try this Soul and Spirits Brewery Hoochie Coochie American IPA, give it a shot if you ain't never. It's good stuff. I'm gonna score an A. Alright, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow for a Friendly Fridays Are For You. I got a beer that a buddy of mine at work brought to me. It's one I'd never seen before, and he'd never seen it, so he brought me one of them. And we're going to be trying it tomorrow. And it's out of Holland. So y'all stay tuned. Take care. I love and appreciate y'all. Cheers.